Morning, everybody. It's extremely cold today in Cambridge, Ontario. Okay, which way am I looking? Where's the... Oh, okay, it's on this side, sorry. So now I know I have to look left. Yeah, so it's extremely cold. Cambridge, Ontario, this is what my parking lot looks like. And I'm sitting inside my car while my big truck is being warmed up. It's minus 17 Celsius, and it's funny because I wanted to change my oil on the truck, put in that new Shell Rotella just when before the cold comes in. And today is the first day of this extreme cold, and actually there was even an alert, severe weather. It was only for one day. Like, I think today at noon it can even be colder, but after that it'll start rising back to more or less normal for this kind of year. But this type of year, I mean this time of year, yeah. But the truck, just to my surprise, it started, and what helped is that on the way back from US I filled up with Canadian fuel. When I crossed the border, I stopped on at the Flying J in Fort Erie, and I remember checking the color, and the diesel was clear, like no greenish, hues. And Canadian diesel is always very good in cold weather. Oh, and when I fueled, it was like minus 8 Celsius, so I was pretty sure they were adding already something to the fuel. But if you buy, like, let's say, that's when you can get in trouble. If you buy something in a warm US state somewhere, I know, like Virginia maybe, and then you drive all the way here, then the fuel will be gelled up. And so that's it. So now I'm just taking my truck and trailer to the local Mac dealer, and I need to fix the lights on the strobe lights on the trailer. For some reason stopped working. You flip the switch, nothing. Those nice lights. And I'm gonna do oil change, and then I'm putting in a friend of mine, one of my viewers, probably like a year ago, sent me this, and I've been carrying it in my truck. This is a right-way load scale, like a little gauge that goes in the dash instead of a standard factory gauge that shows PSI. This one will show the actual pounds, and the best thing is that you can calibrate it. When you go on the scale and you know your weight, you can calibrate it. So I don't want to mess with it myself, so I'll ask him to ask the dealer to put it in. And then another little thing that started, another development, in this truck. See, I didn't have my breakfast yet, so I cannot hold the phone. It's sitting on top of my steering wheel in the Dodge Ram, and of course it's running. It's very warm, but just to show you guys, here's the temperature. See on top there, minus 17 Celsius. Jesus, welcome to Canada. And oh yeah, one more thing, like when I was testing the dash cam, and I didn't realize it at first, but it was that annoying sound, like a little rattle, like vibration kind of sound that's made when something vibrates. And it's the shifter, the top part of the transmission shifter. Like, there's lots of plastic parts in there. If I put my hand on it, that sound disappears. And there's 2 screws in there. Like, one is as tight as it can be, I cannot turn it any further, but the other one, it just spins. It's basically, the thread is broken. So I want them to look into that. Maybe something inside is loose, like, I know it's a small repair, but its truck is already there. Like, let them look at it. And I tried to wrap it with a tape. It didn't help, because yeah, there's lots of cables in there, because there's 2 buttons, right, for 18-speed transmission. And what else? And I wanted to do something else. So the shifter, the gauge. Oh yeah, and one more thing is I called Diesel Spec, the company that does diesel engine ECM performance tuning, And I explained to them, because before they told me, yeah, they can increase the horsepower for like $1,500. So really, okay, that sounds like a good deal. Only $1,500. But then of course you go to the dealer, and if the dealer upgrades your, you know, sometimes the factory releases a ECM, you know, upgrade file, and then if he loads that, then you're screwed. You just lost your $1,500, because that tune from diesel spec will disappear. But they on the phone, they told me, yeah, we can do it, we can give you like more power. But last time I talked with a mechanic, and he called the factory, right? They said, because this is 505C plus MP8 engine, because it's in all gears it has 1860 torque, so basically it's already maxed out. And the engineer said there's nothing you can do, like probably except fixing that cut power when I'm empty. It cuts too much power. But and so when I called again, I called Diesel Spec, and I explained to them that this is not a regular MP8, this is 505C plus with the high torque engine. And the guy said, well, if the factory said you cannot increase the power, then yeah, there's nothing we can do. And that's what I suspected. So, but yeah, my experience was a bit painful with, of course, it's a heavy machine, that 78,000 pound, 78.5 thousand pound excavator, but I had to do lots of shifting between Maryland and Ontario. That US 15, I-390, even I-83, it was pretty bad. You know, on hills, just the truck drives fine on the straight road, but as soon as you go on a big hill, it just, you might go all the way to gear 5. But as some people might ask me again, like, why did you choose a 13-liter engine? Because it has 1860 torque. Like the plan says, there's no difference. If it's 1860, it's the same 1860 as that you get with a 15-liter engine, right? Because it's the same number. But I don't feel it. I know for a fact that if I had my International now with me, and that one even had 373 ratio, this one has 3.9, I know that truck, right? I've been driving that for what, 6 years? I would not have to downshift to 5 low on those hills on US 15. But of course that truck was maxed out, and not only that, but I had that power harness from Diesel Freaks. By the way, that stuff really works. If you guys have cat or comments, check it out. It's just a couple of harnesses, $200. It's like free power, you know. dieselfreaks.com. And another friend I told about this, he ordered this harness, put it in his truck, and he says the truck drives totally different, much better.